folks, welcome to Barb Makes Things. Today I make some updates to Rediscover's Marble Run wall.
Barb Makes Things!
I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, and everyone I know from there has memories from the Exploratorium, which is a hands-on kids STEAM museum. The giant pin impression toy, phosphorescent green shadow room thing, the distorted room. It was always exciting and inspiring. Now I work at a place that hopefully has a lasting impact on children. And that marble run we built, as sparse as it is at current, is really popular at Rediscover Center. Seeing that makes me want to make it bigger and better. I want it to be epic. I want it to be exciting and inspiring. So updates are happening. Unfortunately, I lost some footage in a recent external drive failure, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the changes that have been made in the last couple months before I show you the current thing. This is what the Marble Run wall looked like previously. This is the current state of the Marble Run wall. Some of the elements on the top part of the wall had gotten a bit wiggly, and unlike the bottom portion, which is made to be played with regularly, these are meant to stay in place, so I decided to add some more lumber supports behind the pegboard that we could screw into. I pulled all the top elements down and took off that 4-foot square piece of pegboard, then I added some 1x3s in a grid. Slightly back from the front so that pegs could still be used, but long screws would provide more secure attachment. At some point, I looked at it and saw the 3 feet between the existing wall and the ceiling, and I thought, why on earth aren't we using that? So I extended the pegboard and right side pulley up as high as I could to make the most use of our vertical space. This part got supports behind it as well. I'll show you the elements that are currently placed up there in a later video when I add to them, but suffice it to say for now that there will be multiple paths for the marbles that go all the way to the top of the wall. And for one of them, why should we limit ourselves to a flat surface? I'm making a track suspended from the ceiling that spirals out from the wall, around and down before returning. And that's what I'm working on this week. There are 2 important considerations for this track. Firstly, I don't want any marbles falling down into the faces of tinkerers who are watching it, so the walls need to be high enough so that marbles won't accidentally fall out. Secondly, it's up above and I want people to be able to see the marbles rolling through the track. So it can't be the same kind of closed ramp that I've made for the wall before. I decided to attack the problem with 2x4s and wire. First I ripped a 2x4 into thin slices and then into small square dowels. Drilling holes into this took a whole lot of time, so I tried another method. I marked and used a drill press to go through what would become 4 small square dowels, reducing my required hole drilling to 1/4 of what it was before. I clamped it up in a makeshift jig to try to keep it at the right angle, but ultimately it was more precise when I eyeballed it. And then those drilled strips were cut again on the bandsaw, and it was time to wire them all together. I ran some heavy gauge wire through the holes and added a couple wooden beads between each one for spacers. With a wire at either end, and sometimes in the middle, I could bend these 4 attached dowels into a nice long curved track. To facilitate the curving shape, I cut the ends at angles and drilled more holes to attach the tracks to each other with more wire.
Important.
Then I laid out the tracks I'd completed.
So far, I've got it around to here. I am gonna need a lot more. This might be a multiple week thing.
Yes. Yes, it will. Check back next time to see how it's progressing. If you like this video, share it with a friend. If you didn't, share it with an enemy. I've linked to a playlist showing the whole process of the marble wall build down there in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Make sure to take a look at some of my other builds and how-tos. There are a lot of them. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you click the little bell, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you'd like to get videos a little early and support my channel, you can visit my Patreon page. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.